Welcome to Atlantic Tarot. This is the tarot reading for Taurus for the month of November 2018. Welcome, Taurus. I'm just going to shuffle your cards. I hope you've had a good October and looking forward to November. Interestingly enough, for the Taurus, the Scorpio are your polar opposite, so it'll be interesting to see what comes up for you this month. A lot of water or a lot of earth. We'll just see. Okay. The energy around for you, Taurus, is the Lovers. So decisions to make this month. And with the Lovers, it's a major decision. So one needs to just give time and energy to that decision and thought. But we're going to find out how to deal with this and what it entails in the 10 steps for you, Taurus, for November. It shall be interesting, I feel. Earth and water. This is where you are right now, Taurus. Four of Swords. So just take a step out at the beginning of this month, Taurus, and right now, reading for you. Just take a step back, have a bit of a rest. There's no need to be rushing around madly. It's Four of Swords is about a time of rest. And just, you're still doing what you're doing on your daily routine, but you're just observing rather than putting in. Resting, observing what's going on around you. Universe wants you to just be an observer, especially with whatever this decision is that they want you to make for this month. Let's see what crosses it, Taurus. Knight of Cups. So a proposal coming in of some sort. Now this might be, Knight of Cups is definitely water. This could be romantic relationship type proposal, or on the other hand, just a proposal or something to think about for you. But just take your time in thinking about it, as said or stated by the Four of Swords. There's no rushing into this one, because we're not really sure with the Knight of Cups. We're never really quite sure what it is. He's a messenger, but then sometimes he's bringing the message in loaded with a lot of what he wants out of a situation. And you yourself, Taurus, are very sort of keen and practical, and you might think, oh, I'm not really sure. I need time to think. I need time to step out and really intuit or feel how what it feels like for me. Let's see the background of it and see what's been brewing on the back burner in the last couple of months. King of Rods, King of Wands. You've been doing really well. It's ongoing success and victory. Whatever you've been concentrating on and building, knowing, Taurus, there's always something happening in their lives. They're always very practical people. Yeah, that's going really well. So all the more reason, you've got the energy, you've got all you need, but it's just about waiting at the moment and weighing up the pros and cons of whatever, because whatever you're doing is going well. So I guess you're not wanting to really be swayed into something else because you've got this good energy happening already, and it's been around for the last couple of months. You're on your course. We'll have a look now at what's coming up, or what's been the energy around you in the recent weeks. Nine of Pentacles, so they're very independent energy. 9 is a completion, so yeah, you're sort of completing something, but doing really well and very independent with the Taurus. Psyche behind it, they just do what they have to do, and it's nearly complete. So you want to get that finished before you decide about new offers. Very, very pragmatic sensible people. So consider that as well. Recent influences doing really well. Let's have a look at the lesson you'll be learning in November. Five of Swords. Competitive sort of, lots of people putting in their 5 cents worth or their what they believe to be, and there can be delays, there can be a bit of, 5 always sort of talks about change. Swords also, it can be a lot of logic, mind, energy going on, swirling around you, causing a bit of confusion. But as you are, Taurus, I'd just, as the Here and Now card says, just step out from this. Don't be caught up in this air storm that's going on. Just ride through the month with that. That's why they want you to have a rest, because there's a lot going on. A lot of mental energy, people putting in their opinions or having their say, which might not be appropriate to what you want to do at the moment. So think about that. And if that is so for you particularly, just do what the Tarot universe asks you. Just step it out. You don't need to. We just need to see what else is unfolding before we make any decision. Near future, so the second week of November, we'll see what the energy has for you. 2 of Cups. So whatever this proposal or whatever decision you're waiting for, 2 of Cups is a very positive card about connections with people or with a company or with whatever it is that this proposal's bringing forth for you. So it's very much a hand-in-glove, perfect fit. It's a soulmate card as well, whether that be another person or whether it be just something that you're working on or you've always wanted to attach yourself to emotionally. It does have a strong emotional connotation, so remember that. It's going to be an emotional decision as well. But it is a really nice fit. However, we're going to look down now and see what is happening here in what you don't realise it's happening. Queen of Pentacles. So she's one of yours, Taurus. She is definitely a queen of ground. She's very grounded. She's the homemaker. So she can be somebody else involved in the situation that you're not aware of as well, Taurus. I always sort of... Queen of Pentacles can be that one at home. She can be... You can have connections with people, but then there might be other people involved in this situation who aren't obvious at the moment. You can't see them. You're not aware of it. And there's no need to be negative about that, but it's just giving you that idea or that food for thought so you can make your decision very sensibly. You're not people, Taurus, that rush in. You're not impulsive souls at all. So just know that, but we'll see whatever else comes through with how others see you. The World. So it's definitely whipping up the end of a phase or a cycle for you, Taurus, which is interesting. So there are new things coming in to consider, as we've already seen. The energy's good, though. You're very sort of committed to whatever you do, and you do it properly. But I will just... Other people are seeing this too. There's a wrapping up sort of energy and feeling about what you're doing at the moment. So it's time for new cycles and new learning to come in. So the World's quite important because it just lets us know the cycle's wrapping up. So don't panic, just go with that flow. And whatever's coming next is a new beginning. So that's the most positive thing about the World. Positive feelings. And in comes the King of Rods. So right on time when we change from Scorpio into Sagittarius, fire, we have the energetic King of Rods coming in. So I call him the travelling king. He comes, he might be a traveller, he might be a person, a male person or a female person you know, that comes rushing in with a lot of energy and a lot of ideas, and he's on the pace. He's very much on the pace, and he moves quickly. He can be a bit arrogant at times too, but with the Taurus, they will see through that and go, oh, okay, here we go with that proposal. You'd be like, oh, I'm not really sure about this guy. Or woman, it can be male, female. We don't gender discriminate at Atlanta Tarot. So just watch this. But his ideas are fantastic, and they really are. That he's sort of inspirational. So, but we can take the good parts of it and leave the rest, and that's exactly what Taurus would do. So he's an energy to be reckoned with, Taurus. So yeah, but as I said, sit back, watch, take the inspiration, take all the creativity that bubbles out of this character, and what you don't want, you don't need. And you'll know anyway. The final outcome. And then the High Priestess comes in right at the end, asking you just to keep things to yourself. No broadcasting from rooftops, Taurus. Not that's not really in your personality description box either. But something is definitely unfolding. There's definitely a relationship or something that's come into your life for a reason. So the High Priestess, when she comes, it's always that intuitive energy to keep it to ourselves. You don't need to share this information. It's very personal, it's very private. It only sort of pertains to you. Now I'm going to pop a few explanatory cards on here, Taurus, because I know that there are a few. It's very ambiguous, this reading. It could be this way or that way, but just let's have a little bit of a look underneath the surface and see, first of all, with this Five of Swords as the lesson. So just what's that sort of change going on. Let's have a look at the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and I think that's sufficient, because they're the ones that, you know, ooh, it could be this, it could be that. This is where you need to sort of have that time out to think about that energy and that decision. So let's have a look underneath the Five of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. So very clear thought is needed, clarity is needed. He's a bit of he can be the lawyer, the master. He's always the expert. I call him the expert. An excellent chess player. So you would be a good opponent for him. But keep clarity very much at the top of the list there, Taurus. Because there could be something quite legal coming out of this. There could be all sorts, but you need that clarity. Rather than what you've got with the Five of Swords, it's just a bit of a battle going on that's quite sort of minor. But then if you go underneath and go, okay, look, I'm just going to watch and see. I'm going to be clear about what this is before I make any move or any decision. Let's have a look at near future. So second week of November, and we have under the Two of Cups, so this fabulous connection. We have Five of Wands, which is that putting out the spot fires, not really knowing what to do, being distracted by something. And Taurus aren't a group to be distracted. They usually keep focus. So keep focus, whatever this is. Another 5 too, so it does talk about change coming in and competition. Can be confusion as well, but don't. Just keep centered, Taurus. And, you know, this decision needs thought. So 5 of Wands, just, yeah, watch that distracted kind of energy that can often come to if you do sort of have this overwhelming rush of meeting somebody or having a fabulous new idea of place to be or something that you really always wanted. You've got to be very sort of discerning and step back and just wait. Especially we're going to look what's happening that you're not realising down here. We had the Queen of Pentacles that you're not aware of. So let's see what's underneath her. 10 of Rods, so don't take on too much. There's almost an energy of there's too much been taken on. There's been people, you know, just overwhelmed by lots of this movement with the 5 of Wands and then the 10 of Wands. So it's really a time to rest, not to make a decision just yet. Wait for the month of November to roll itself out before you make any decision. Definitely. Because you've had a lot on your plate as well. Just hang and wait for that decision to be made. It should be fine. I feel like it's fine. You've got everything you need. I'm just going to pull you an additional card now, just from the Buddhism reading cards for your additional guidance for the month of November, Taurus. Excuse me. Letting go. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Letting go simply means allowing things to be as they are without constantly struggling to control or resist an outcome, or continually reminding yourself of an unhappy past event or a negative emotion. So there you go. Just let it go for November and see where the cards fall. See what you have to let go of. See what it is. Just go with it. Have a rest. Don't be too quick to jump in. Not that you are. It's not your energy. But yeah, there's an interesting elements and decisions to be made. So just let November be that month where you just sit back and observe. Thanks very much for listening, Taurus. I hope you have a great month of November.